Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. So I'm pretty excited because one of my favourite products of 2019 has just had a massive upgrade. So today we're going to be talking about the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. These are just some of my first impressions, so it's not a full review, but I suppose the biggest question I have heading into this first impressions video is the new MacBook Pro something that's worth getting? Let's find out. Starting off with the options, the new MacBook Pro comes in the same two colours as usual, space grey and silver. It also comes in two sizes, 14-inch and 16-inch, with the 14-inch model being new this year, replacing the old 13-inch model. The base model 14-inch costs $2,000 and the base 16-inch model starts at $2,500. Both these base models feature Apple's new M1 processor, and I won't bore you with the details, but let's just say it's lightning fast. The good news for Pro users is that if lightning fast isn't quite good enough for you, then there's also warp speed now available in the form of M1 Pro's larger cousin, the M1 Max. This will set you back an extra $200 to $400 depending on which spec exactly you go for. Just to put these processor speeds into perspective, they're both 70% faster than their M1 predecessor, and the M1 Max has a 4 times faster GPU. In summary, you're not going to be short on power, and putting this down next to an old MacBook in a coffee shop might just make it quiver. Aside from the processor, you'll also have the option to customize your memory up to 64GB if you go for the M1 Max, and memory for the first time this year is actually unified with the processor itself. You'll also have the usual SSD storage options ranging from 1TB all the way up to 8TB. So let's talk about the unboxing next. What I've got here is the MacBook Pro 16-inch in space grey with the M1 Max chip, 64GB of memory and a 1TB hard drive. On the outside of the box we have the usual product images which we've just come to expect now with Apple products, and on the sides just the usual Apple logo. So opening up the box, of course, we have the laptop itself, so let's just put that to one side for the moment. And then of course we have the instructions and the stickers. And finally we have the power brick, which this year brings back MagSafe technology to charging. If you hadn't heard of MagSafe before, it's one of those genuinely awesome features that people absolutely love, which Apple discontinued in 2016. Essentially it means your power cable attaches to the laptop magnetically, so if you accidentally pull or trip on your power cable, it will simply snap off the laptop rather than pulling the laptop off the table or onto the floor and damaging it. Anyway, long story short, it's great to see the old boy back. So let's bring the laptop back in and open this up. As you can see, the design has definitely changed quite significantly this year, so let's go over some of those key design updates. Starting with the exterior design, the overall size of the MacBook looks bulkier and heavier when comparing it to the 2019 model. What's interesting though is that when you review the measurements, it's not actually that much bigger in terms of dimensions. What has changed though is how the design looks. Apple have removed the taper from the sides and the bottom of the MacBook, so it essentially looks more like a bucket rather than a spaceship with this rounded design. As you can probably tell, I'm not a huge fan of this new redesign, but I can understand why they've done it, so they can cram in more components and also make the screen slightly thicker. If you're thinking that design looks familiar, then you're right. The bucket design is actually drawing heavily from the original Apple PowerBooks, which as you can see here share a very similar design language. Aside from this, the other exterior feature change is the addition of new ports. Interestingly, Apple have moved away from dogmatic simplicity and listened to what people wanted. They've actually brought back the HDMI port, which is a huge shock, as well as a card reader, which is less of a huge shock, and then also brought back MagSafe as well. With all these changes, this is such a departure from Apple's usual mode. I wouldn't mind betting this is the first MacBook Pro design that hasn't been led by Johnny Ive. What you'll also notice about this new design is just how thick the new screen is. As predicted, Apple has now mounted its new Liquid Retina XDR displays in the MacBook Pro lineup for 2021. This is actually the same mini LED technology that we marvelled over in the iPad Pro, but now it's on the MacBook as well for the first time, which explains the thickness of the new lid. In short, what this means is a thicker display, but it also now means we get 120Hz refresh rate, which is adaptive depending on your use, which Apple calls Pro Motion. It's an absolutely huge upgrade if you're someone that relies heavily on screen quality, and if you're already familiar with the incredibly fast and slick displays on your new iPad or iPhone 13, then it's likely you're going to want this. What you'll also notice about the new display is its impressive size. Apple have now shrunk the bezels and expanded the screen up and around the camera, which is a smart move in my opinion. The middle of the menu bar at the top is usually wasted space anyway, so this is a great way of gaining more screen real estate. Now that we have a camera notch and a thicker screen, we also now have a vastly improved camera for calls. It's now a 1080p HD camera, which is great, but frankly an upgrade that was long overdue, so hardly something worth celebrating. And finally, let's talk about the new all-black keyboard, which I personally just love the new design of. The major update here, of course, apart from the colour, is the touch bar is now gone. In a way it's a shame, as the latest version of the touch bar was actually a lot better, and personally I found myself using it quite a lot. But it did have issues, and I doubt it will be missed by most. Apart from those major updates, there's also now improved speakers, an upgraded microphone, and a few other minor updates as well. One major update to finish on though is the impressive new battery life. In the 16-inch model alone, Apple has almost doubled the battery life, from 11 hours to 21 hours. That's a seriously impressive improvement in a world where we're used to iterative updates of 1 to 2 hours on new product designs. This improved battery life is owed mainly to the new unified M1 processor system, as well as some smaller tweaks like ProMotion, which will help push battery life even further. All in all, it's seriously impressive. So guys, in summary, my first impressions of the new MacBook Pro are really positive. This is obviously a machine that's designed to be the best laptop in the world, going after a pro target market, which is definitely reflected in the specs and the price tag. That aside, this is undoubtedly one of the best updates from Apple in a long time. It seems the 16-inch MacBook Pro continues to be an area with a great deal of focus and attention that really shows. Apart from the physical design, which I personally don't like as much as the sleeker 2019 model, the upgraded features make this new model an absolute powerhouse and a giant leap forward from the 2019 version. Personally, I won't be upgrading to this yet, as I still have a good few years left in my 2019 MacBook Pro, but if you're coming to the market at the right time and considering upgrading or getting one of these, then you absolutely have to. The sheer speed that I've seen this laptop churn through tasks in the day that I've been using it is frankly illegal, and would make even the MacBook Pro weak at the knees. As ever though, I'm really keen to hear what you guys think, so definitely let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to see how many of you are going to be